It's about that time of day again, folks. Welcome back to your nightly newsletter, boys and girls. Joseph James here. Wednesday evening, July 22nd, 2015. Cruising our way through this fourth week of the seventh month of the year. Hope you guys had a great day. Boy, no shortage of trading opportunities right now. Volatility, just incredible. I'll take this all summer long, and we aren't even trading the best time of the year. Boy, oh boy, do we have a jam-packed newsletter in store for you guys. We got bearish crude, bullish S&P, bearish, a lot of bearish markets right now. Before we jump into these charts, though, and I do have a very important video newsletter in store for you guys and gals, putting together a plan for tomorrow. I want to remind you, I teach everything that we're going to talk about tonight in the video. I teach to all of our students here at School of Trade. Check out schooloftrade.com. We got a 3 levels membership, got a great free trial there. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the day, towards the end of the video here today. Also, I want to make sure you guys are watching this video on our trading blog here at sidewaysmarkets.com. If you're watching the video on our YouTube page, there is a link in the description, and that will take you over here to our trading blog. There are 3 reasons why it's in your best interest to watch this video on our blog here this evening. First of all, you can download all the charts you're going to see me using in tonight's video. Follow that link right below the video tonight, and you can download all the charts. Second thing, upper left-hand corner, if you're not a member of our advanced course here at School of Trade, and you'd like to get a free pass, come out and attend our live trade room as a guest, I've got a free pass for you, upper left-hand corner. And third thing, right above my ugly mug, you'll see a spot for your name and your email address. That way you can join our nightly newsletter mailing list. You'll never have to worry about missing another newsletter ever again. So don't forget, 3 reasons why. You got to go over here to sidewaysmarkets.com, download all those charts, grab your free pass if you're not a member here at School of Trade, and of course, whether you're a member or not, make sure you register for our nightly newsletter mailing list. And guys, if you grab your free pass or you register for the mailing list, make sure you check your email inbox or spam or junk folder. I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure that you give me approval to keep sending emails in the future, and to, of course, confirm that we have the right email address. Another day, another dollar. Boy, oh boy, summertime has been incredible here. Remember, guys, don't believe all the hype. Don't believe what you see on the interwebs these days. You can make plenty of cash in the summertime months, right? I've never seen a summer where you couldn't make some great opportunities happen. So all you got to do is be here with us every day, and we open up our trade room at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Shall we start with a little bit of Emini, the Emini S&P? As you know, we're bullish right now on all the E-minis right now. Very, very strong bullish market earlier in the month. But remember, we have that overshoot of that channel high. So we're continuing here to look for short-term selling opportunities. We got one yesterday, possibly another one now. I think the big thing, though, right now is I think we're going to most likely get up into this area overhead here. And that's where the buyers are going to want to wait for sellers to fail. And that's where the seller is going to come in here and look for that next push down, shooting for this area down around this channel low. Okay, so really what I need to do here is I need to move this up. There we go. That's a little bit more accurate because, you know, the overshoot's going to be at the opposite side of that channel. So I still have my eyes on this area right here as being where your best buying opportunities are going to be. As you can tell, though, been a little bit sluggish ever since that big push higher. Makes sense, doesn't it? Think about why we're going so slowly right now. The overshoot of that bull channel tells us the buyers are fully committed right now in the S&P, right? They're completely fully committed right now in the S&P. So we know with those buyers being all in, right, with them being all engaged right now, there's no more buyers left in the market until we get a pullback, right? Until we get a little bit deeper pullback to get more bulls interested in this price. So what's our plan on the S&P? We're bullish, but we're a little bit overbought right now after that channel overshoot, which means buyers are staying patient to buy the lows of the bull channel, and sellers, you guys are going to be using support levels to look for buyer failure opportunities. So we know the best buying opportunities are going to come down around these channel lows right now. So basically, we had an opportunity here earlier this week. Price bounces, fails, sell it, right? Bounces, fails, sell it. That's your strategy right now if you're a seller. If you're a seller right now in a bullish uptrend, you're going to use that overshoot as your big clue to keep basically looking for buyers to try at short-term support areas and sell right into those buyer failures. Now, we're coming off of this buy zone here at 0175. So bulls, you do have a very small window here to keep buying up to that 14 and a quarter to 17 area, but that's where it needs to stop. As price goes lower, we're looking for selling opportunities down to this overshoot area, and then again, I'll be looking for the best buying opportunities coming up off it. So if we go lower, you know where we're hunting for. And again, if we go lower here, really the only thing you got to worry about is just make sure you don't sell directly into that support. Wait for it to fail, wait for that support area to fail, and then we're selling right into that support area. What if price goes higher? If price goes higher, this is really crunch time here, because what I'm expecting is for this price to go higher, rattle around here a little bit. If we fail, we'll most likely run back to those highs. Buyers, I'm looking at you. So if you're a bull right now, which really we all should be long term here on the S&P, if you're a bull right now, I'm looking for those sellers to come in and try to sell this area, and when they fail, that's going to be the best way to be a buyer as this price goes higher. Sellers, this is where you're going to wait for those buyers to try and fail and keep selling here at that resistance. Just remember, if you're a seller, you really want to wait for buyer failure at support levels below or resistance areas above, because you're in a bull market. It's really important if you're a bear right now, waiting for buyer failure before you sell short. If you're a bull, simply wait for opportunities at these areas of support unless we go higher. And then, of course, again, we'll run into that resistance and just buy right into that failure stop loss right above those resistance areas highs. And then use a nice quick target and then hold on to that runner as best you can get it. We know the directional trend right now is bullish. We know we're expecting price to continue to move lower. So buyers, stay patient for the best opportunities. And sellers, you guys can be a little bit aggressive, but only after those buyers try and fail. You know where the best opportunity is going to come. You know my plan here for tomorrow. Don't forget, our trade room opens up at 8 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, and we'll be trading this market right in real time. Let's keep moving. Now we know the plan for the S&P. Let's move now to the crude oil futures. Crude oil, we survived an inventory report. Boy, I'll tell you, it really goes to show how bearish and how heavy this market really is right now. Last night, we saw a big build in inventories. Boy, I would have pegged this thing going higher. I was expecting to see this thing up around 51.5 by the time we came in today. Not going to happen. So we pretty much expected, because the market moved lower overnight, we expected to see a jump up after inventories came out and then the drop back down. That's pretty much exactly what we had today. We really played this thing like a fiddle today in our trade room. It was really a great session, probably one of the best Wednesday sessions we've had in a while. Just a lot of great opportunities for making money here on crude today, staying to the downside, anticipating that bullish reaction to the news, and then smacking it right back down. So crude is bearish, trading at the lows of the channel. Big clue here. Crude is bearish and trading at the lows of the channel, which means sellers, we got to stay patient for price to move up off these lows into resistance levels above. And buyers, you guys really, I think the buyers have the short-term opportunities right now, looking for seller failures at the lows. Look at all that support down here at 49. You've got range expansion support. You've got extension support. Multiple extension support levels down here, and then of course you get the low of this short-term bear channel. So you gotta be looking at that 49 area, especially if you're a buyer. So sellers, what's our plan? Let's play that game. What if we go higher? What if we go lower? What if we go sideways? If we go sideways here, sit on hands and look for bear traps. Bull traps, excuse me. Remember, stay into the short side right now. That's going to be the high percentage side if you're trading this market on crude oil. If we go sideways, looking for bull traps to sell it short. As we go higher here, we have our first short-term area of resistance between 49.99 and 49.81. This is where, if you're a bear, you're looking to get short here. If you're a bull, here's the key. Remember, you're in a bearish market. If you're a bull in a bear market, you're waiting for failures. So what are we going to do? I'm going to wait for price to go up, try to go lower, and if and when it fails, that's my first opportunity to be a buyer. So if we go straight higher here overnight, yeah, you'll have a little bit of short-term opportunities back up to that 50 area. But really what you want to do if you're a bull right now is you want to wait for sellers to try to sell this short-term resistance. And if they fail, that's going to be your best buying opportunity right there. What if price goes lower? If price goes lower, now we find ourselves down around this $49 a barrel, big round number. And I'd be waiting for sellers to try and fail, and buyers, that's going to be your green light there. Wait for the sellers to try to sell into this support area. Plenty of support areas. 48.90 range expansion, 48.92 extension support. There's also a measured move coming down off this area. ABCD. There's a lot of stuff going on around that 49 even. Most important thing right now is, remember, we are in a bearish market. Sellers, the best thing you can do right now is simply stay patient and wait for price to get up off these lows so I can sell at these resistance areas overhead. The higher it goes, the better the trade becomes. So don't forget about that plan halfway through the day tomorrow. Okay, don't start drinking the bull Kool-Aid if we start pushing above 50 here tomorrow. Remember, stay focused. Give the trend the benefit of the doubt right now. Sellers, stay patient. Buyers, like I said, I really think you guys have the short-term opportunities here for tomorrow. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't just kind of slip down into this 49 even area. We haven't made it. If you look closely, we have not made it all the way down into testing those support areas here. So we definitely have more room to go. But if we do get to that 48.90, 49 even area, right, that's the area you want to be watching. If you're a buyer and we go lower here, seller failure and buy that low, right? Seller failure and buy that low. If we slip and fall, another extension area below, seller failure and buy that low. Just remember, though, if you're a bull right now, wait for failure opportunities. And if you're going to go counter trend and buy these lows right now, quick first target, tighten up that stop, remove all the risk on the trade, and then try to hold it as best you can. Remember, if you're going to counter trend trade, you need to treat it as a scalp until proven otherwise, because there's no such thing as a reliable counter trend opportunity. Sellers, stay patient. Buyers, wait for seller failure. You know the plan. This market feeling really heavy right now, but a couple days in a row here where we've made some pretty significant pushes lower. Inventories didn't hurt today either, and so you definitely will expect to see some profit taking here from these sellers. But again, don't be surprised if we slip and fall a little bit more overnight before we get that jump up off these lows. Now you know the plan here for the black gold. Let's now keep going. Once again, I'm trading that crude market tomorrow morning live in real time. Come out and see me. Euro, what are we doing here, Euro? Well, I'll tell you, this chart took a while to do tonight. This one took a while. There was a lot on this chart that had to be analyzed. Now, this is what happens, obviously, when we get stuck inside these little narrow ranges here, you can see. I did my best to keep this really fine-tuned into what was just the most important information. But you can definitely see there's a lot on this chart. I really don't like putting so much on these charts. I want to keep it as simple as possible, but I did my very best. There's a lot in this chart here, so I apologize. Euro is bearish. Okay, shocker. Euro is bearish, but now trading up higher, up off the lows of this bear channel. We got this long-term bear channel. We're rotating. Highs down to lows. Lows up to highs. Highs down to lows. Where do you think we go next? Lows up to highs, right? Got it. So that's the direction we're likely going to keep moving here. Back to the plan. We're rotating higher up off the lows of the bear channel, which means buyers can look for seller failures. Remember, we're in a downtrend right now, so if you want to be a bull in a bearish market, look for failure opportunities. If you're going to be a buyer right now, look for short-term resistance areas, such as that 0975, 0992, right? Those will be your next easy opportunities here. Wait for the sellers to try and sell it, and then buy right into those stop losses. So if you want to be a bull right now, you've got your shot above you. Wait for short-term resistance areas and buy right into those seller failures. Sellers, what's our plan here for sellers? Sellers going to be looking for opportunities up around major resistance levels above. So again, we're bearish, but we're going to expect this price now to rotate higher. So really, when you look at this, A, B, C, D, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we don't start seeing if we don't see that next push lower here until we make it back up into that range and then try to make that move. Right now, sellers have to stay patient. We get a bull channel working our way through here. I would expect this price now to complete the measured move, rotate from low to high of this new bull channel, and that's where you're going to be waiting for that next selling opportunity coming down off resistance areas overhead. So just like we said on crude oil, you're in a bearish market right now. Sellers, be patient to wait for selling opportunities up at resistance. Buyers, you've either got to get to it now before you get to resistance, or we have to wait for resistance levels to be tested, wait for the sellers to try, sellers fail, buy right into those stop losses, right? That way you've got yourself. And basically what happens is when you buy into the stop loss of those sellers, how do you get out of a short trade? You buy your way out. And usually you'll use a market order, which throws your trade right towards your first target. Get rid of that risk by moving your stop up and then let the rest of it run. One thing you got to be worried about here, though, one thing to be aware of is this midline. As I see this thing coming up here, now it all depends on where we get there, but this midline may just be the Achilles heel here for you buyers out there. Okay, so make sure you get around that midline if you're going to be trading long. All right, because again, it may not be until later on tomorrow we may see it and maybe a little bit lower at that point. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on this new short-term bull channel if you're a bull, as well as that trend line, that midline of the channel coming down. That area right there is going to be a really important area. Wait for the sellers to try and then buy right into that failure if you're a bull. And then again, if you're a bear here, you're looking for selling opportunities up at these resistance areas overhead. You get my plan here for the euro. Wrapping up here now with this extremely heavy gold market. I mean, this thing can't buy a bid right now. It's really struggling to find anybody interested in buying gold right now. I think the whole world is selling gold here right now. Gold is bearish, moving lower, which means sellers will be looking for opportunities at resistance levels overhead, watching closely for buyers to fail around those levels. Buyers, you guys can look for seller failure at short-term resistance, but you need to be very careful right now because this market feels very heavy on the GC. Now, don't forget, we get a few more days left in this 815 contract on gold. At the end of July, we will be rolling over to our next front month contract. We'll talk about that a little bit later on this month. Moving forward, though, we do know here, again, what if price rises? What if price falls? What if price goes sideways? If we go sideways right here, mark up the range. Look for those bull traps and sell those failures. Sell those bull traps if we go sideways. If we go higher here, first opportunity comes to the sellers, selling these resistance areas overhead. If those sellers fail, that's going to be your buying opportunity into those stop losses of those sellers. Again, best opportunities right now are going to be selling at resistance. Those same resistance areas, though, become great buying opportunities if they fail. Buyers, stay patient. Sellers, stay patient if we go higher. Well, if we go higher here, remember, this is a very long-term time frame. If we go higher here, you'll probably get a few little scalp opportunities up to that resistance area, but don't get too aggressive on it, again, because you don't want to be buying right into this long-term channel high, buying into resistance, etc., etc. So don't buy too aggressively into resistance. Wait for resistance levels to be tested. Wait for the sellers to try. And when they fail, buy into their stops. What if price goes lower? This is where we really got to be careful if you're a seller. Now, I know how it goes. How do we know? I mean, is there any way to know if price will just slice right through all this area? There really isn't. And this is why I always say one of the hardest parts of being a trader is being a bear all the way down at the lows or being a bull all the way up at the highs. So if we do push lower here, really the buyers have the opportunities here. Again, what I'd be looking for is A, B, C, D, extension support, range support. We have a lot of support areas here, and you can see we're digging into one right now. So what you want to remember is, and you can kind of see this if you zoom in closely on this, you can see once, twice, failure, back up, right? So that's what you want to be looking for. If we go lower without coming up off these lows, if we just keep grinding lower, buyers can take little nibbles off these lows. But again, you want to wait for the sellers to try, and then buy right into those seller stop losses. The only way to get out of your shorts is one leg at a time. I'm kidding with you. The only way to get out of your shorts is to buy your way out, right? So if the sellers fail at those lows, you're going to have a great opportunity here to buy at those lows and get it up off those lows. Just remember, though, if you buy the lows, you're buying against that trend right now. So quick first target, tighten up that stop, and then try to hold this sucker up to these resistance areas overhead, right? That's where your runner target will be. But you gotta treat every new opportunity to buy right now as a scalp until proven otherwise. Guys and gals, what an exciting week we've had. A ton of trading opportunities we see across all markets right now. Gold's really the one that really surprised me right now. Not really, I expected this price to get a little bit higher before dropping down. It really just confirms just how heavy this market really is. Guys and gals, don't forget, every evening, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Thursday, we got one more newsletter in store for you guys and gals. Don't forget to head over to sidewavesmarkets.com, grab your free pass, grab your charts here for today, and if you have some free time, grab yourself a free trial here at schooloftrade.com, and also you can learn more about all 3 levels of membership. I've always got someone standing by here 24/7, 365 to give you guys a hand. My name is Joseph. Shall we do it again? Same time, same place tomorrow evening, back on my blog. And if you remember, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We open up, the party opens up again for a Thursday edition of our live trade room. My name is Joseph. You guys be well out there. Be nice to each other. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.